Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is April Lee with Hope, Faith, and Thriving While Chronically Ill. I wanted to make this video today. I was on a walk with my dogs and just kind of praying, and this title came to me, "It's not your illness, it's your attitude." And it made me think, and I thought, you know what, let me share a little bit of what I've learned. You may or may not have already mastered this. It's not anything you can really master, but just something that you could use to help navigate your life and your days at home with your family. So I got this title, "It's not your illness, it's your attitude." And what I've realized is that when you first get sick, even if you're not sick, but I'm gonna relate this to illness. When you first get sick, you automatically think like, oh my gosh, I have to get rid of this because I've got children, a husband, or whatever I need to do, and this is going to basically stop me from doing those things. And so in the beginning, you know, I was sick and tried to get rid of it, and now I realize the things I can't get rid of. I have to learn to live with them. And I was very upset and like really saddened and almost depressed, thinking like, oh my gosh, like my family is losing who they had. You know, I did a lot. I did, you know, all the cleaning, working part-time, but a lot more than I do now. Very energetic. I could get up in the morning and get my kids to school, do a million things, run a million errands, get them from school, do a bunch of stuff with them, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and then I'm going to bed, and I'm just getting tired. I can't do that anymore, but in the way that I did. But the thing is that what I've realized through all of this is that it's not the illness that, if, let's say, you know, if you're concerned that it's the conditions you have and all the things that affect you with your conditions are going to be something that is going to like upset your family, worry your family, anger your family, you know, annoy your family, or kind of break you apart, or even your, you know, with your spouse, like your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend or friends or whatever. The only thing that I am learning that can really divide the family or the relationship you have is your attitude. The illnesses that I have, you cannot see them. I suffer very much with things I have, and it's been a long journey. It's been years to get to a place where I can learn how to like function in a new way, in the new me that I have to be right now. But what has changed the most is my attitude. And once I realized that if I'm positive in my attitude, and even towards my illnesses, that it doesn't really affect my family. What affected my family was when I was like very upset or discouraged or like getting mild anxiety when I would have a flare of these conditions, because I'm like, oh gosh, how long is this gonna last? Like, I'm so focused on what I can't do in that moment, and I got so down on myself that I just kind of withdrew, or I'd be like, not my 100% self at the time, because I'm so focused on, I got to get out of this flare because I got to get back to who I was, because everybody's going to be miserable if I'm not my normal self. And so what I realized is that was making me miserable. And that, I mean, they don't say it because my kids are 10 and 12, and my husband, I could tell, you know, it bothers him. So my attitude changed, and my positivity, and like the things I do to prepare and help myself to be as healthy as I can mentally, spiritually, will outweigh what I can't do physically. So let's say I'm in a flare and I have a severe migraine. I wear an ice cap. I take medication. I already have shots, all kinds of injections into my neck, and I'll wear blackout sunglasses. I have to like make the house a little bit darker during that time, and I could be like really upset about it. And then, you know, my husband's gotten better. He would joke around, call me Vampirina as a joke with this, because you know, you goof around with it, because what are you gonna do, sit there and like scream at each other because I have a migraine? So you know, we just learned how to like deal with each other, and in a I don't know, in a positive way. So when I have times like that, instead of getting like frustrated and withdrawn and angry and whatever, I'm like, all right, look, I'm gonna have a migraine. It's gonna be here, and let me get out all my tools to help me get through it. I may have to go lay down for a few hours, or maybe I could tolerate, sitting on the couch with all, my medicine and my TENS machine on my neck at the time, and a cap on my head and sunglasses in the middle of the day in my house. Can I still hang out and be positive and whatever? If I can do it, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'll hang out on the couch and I'm out with everyone, and and I'm in a good mood. I'm just hurting, and this just is what it is. And they learn to it's just part of me, and they don't feel it, so it's not really affecting them. So, and the way it could, if I have like an attitude, or I'm like, freaking out or full of anxiety, or like making a huge deal out of every little thing that I feel. So I just want to share this because even as a parent, or I don't know, if you're in a relationship with someone, your attitude is everything. So whether you're dealing with sickness or not, just doing what you need to do to get yourself to a good mental place, whether it's, for me, it's getting good sleep, praying, talking to the Lord, having that time with Him, a little bit of time to myself, and then not overdoing it. So for me, I have to use like a bunch of things, like preparing my day, for the pain that I may have, or I always usually do have, taking whatever medicine or supplements I need, and then not overdoing it, using my pacing method. If you look that up online, you'll see what that's all about. Using my pacing method, and making sure I pray that day, and having time with God, and just a little quiet time, even if it's 5 minutes. Everyone needs a minute to themselves. I don't care if you take 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, you can find it. Whether you have 12 kids or no kids, or 5 jobs or whatever, there's time. You just have to make it. So the thing is that when the day goes on, and days pile up, and you have not taken care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, all of that, you're not in the best place you could be for your family, or for whoever you're with. So, a lot of people say, like, you can't love others if you don't love yourself. And that's really, it's kind of true. Like, I'm learning lately that I am, happier with who I am because of where I've come from, as far as how the Lord has grown my way of thinking, and just kind of like developed me into something, what I consider a better version of myself, with positivity and, just the way I think about things and see things and seek Him for stuff. I just feel a lot better about myself. And because of that, like, I have more peace. I'm a little more like calm and easier on myself. So I'm easier, on everyone else. And it just makes a huge difference. So I'm going to stick to this, that, that it's not the illness, it's our attitude. It's our attitude. Our attitude is everything. As far as how, we set the tone for our home, or your workplace, or whatever. So I just wanted to share this because it's just what I'm learning in my own journey through many different things. But just think about it, and, think about, like, how are you? How are you? How are you at home? How are you in the workplace? How could you be better? What would bring you more joy and happiness? And it's not people, I've took me a long time to learn this, you don't get married to be happy. You don't find that job to be happy. These like material things and these like situations, are not gonna bring you joy. I mean, you get like, I got married, and I enjoy sharing my life with my husband. My husband is not my joy. My husband is not my life. I had to learn that, and putting our hope and our joy in people, or like situations or places or jobs, it's gonna fail you, because they're not perfect. So, let's just say you're not happy with your husband that day. You're miserable because all your joy is in that person. Or you're at work, and now everything's stirred up and everything's different at work. And now, like, instead of just being happy with your job, you're unhappy with yourself, you're unhappy with everything. So I don't know, I just made this video just to make you think a little bit and kind of ponder on what I'm saying, and then just kind of you know, sit down and kind of evaluate, like, are you really happy? And you know, what steps you could do to do that, and what ways you could carve out time to have for yourself to improve, you know, the way you think and feel and treat others. So I seek God for that. So again, every time I make a video, I am going to like encourage you to reach out to God, whether you believe or not, give it a shot, because he'll respond to you. He's real and amazing and all that. And I just made this to just kind of make you think a little bit, and maybe if you do and you feel like you do need to do some changes, like, you'll be led to do that. So have a good day.